Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. It has been a heck of a week and a heck of a day. I was busy. I was feeling really good today, so I did a whole lot of stuff. And welcome to the chat room, everybody here. Got LA Moon going down the list. Robot Jim. Got Sarah. Welcome back to the Quantum Show. Let me see. Let me do this. Okay. And I said LA Moon, and I said Robot Jim. Sorry to hear both of you. I'm so sorry for your loss. We'll see them all on the next level. Remember. And Dorothy, what's up? Welcome back. Glad to see you. I know you don't get to come out here too much. Hey, what's up, Renee? And Rachel. I don't know if we got Rachel and OB2 or the. Okay. I had a joke in my head and it only was halfway there. So I just was like, abort, abort. Hey, Tim. Sounds good. Good deal. Good deal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I want to jump on in, and I was gone all day. So I got here 15 minutes ago and just hit start and slam together a description. Shout out Alien Addict. I will have to put a link in the description for you because you shout me out every show. Booyah. Love that. Yeah, we got to help each other out. And I'm going to go show comments on stage. I like that. It's better on the bigger screens. And yeah, it's been a heck of a week, y'all. So what I wanted to talk about, first of all, was the latest thing in ufology is the year 2027. Mainstream ufology, which is crazy to say, has been touting the year 2027 is when we're going to have something happen. I don't think so. We've been down this road before. Have been told since for years that in a week, in a month, in a year, and it started with that UFO Jesus post disclosure something, right? Post disclosure world. Hey, Storm, I know you're in here somewhere. There you are. I hit the wrong link. My bad. But yeah, 2027. We have been down this road before, but watch out. They're going to be doing something, and it's not going to be aliens. It's not going to be from out there. It's going to be us. And we're already in the middle of it, right? Tech disclosure. Over the past little while, now I will be bringing up things here, right? I'm going to gotta close some windows. I'm going to be bringing up things, right? Yeah. 2027 is the new 2012. That's right. That's right. But this is government sponsored. Okay. So, what are they going to be doing in 2027? Well, I'm kind of interested to find out because most of us here have had our own disclosures already, one way or another. We know that stuff is real. We're just not invited to the big party. We're not invited to have all the advanced technology and everything and the understanding of reality that apparently they have that we do not. So what's going to happen in 2027? Are we going to have here's what's going to happen. I'm going to make a prediction in 2027. We're going to have higher gas prices. Someone's going to be starting a war. We're going to get there's going to be another new jet. There's going to be another new missile, and we're going to have the left and the right fighting. That's my prediction for 2027. We're on the verge of the same stuff repackaged and relabeled for our lovely consumption. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think anything different is going to be screenshot prediction screenshot. Let me do this. And I can't spell. Can I spell now? Yeah. There we go. Prediction screenshot 2027. There it is. I am going to be playing that back, taking screenshots. That will probably be my thumbnail for the show. I literally just got here and had to whip out a show because I ain't stopping. Speaking of not stopping, now I'm going to get back to 2027, but I want to talk a little bit about some stuff I'm working with, right? I am spreading the idea around because I'm a member of the American Legion. That means it's like a community center for veterans. I have the ability to use that place for events. So I thought I was going to have a Quantum Show live edition, but that's every edition, right? And what do this in front of a live studio audience? That was an idea. And then I remember going to all these little local events that I go to, like Strange Realities. Well, I'm thinking I could do one of those. Have people have speakers presenting the kinds of topics that we talk about, and have a set of vendors. Now, they had an event today, and I got an idea of what kind of turnout and what kind of room we have to work with, right? Well, there's a lot more room than I thought. I thought 6 vendor tables and like maybe 4 speakers or 5 speakers. But there can be more. There can be many more speakers, and well, a few more speakers. Give them like 25, 30 minutes at a time. And then we can have a lot more tables because the outside, I'm never there during the day and I never see how much room is really there. I'm only there really at night. There's a lot of room, and I'm going to have like, I don't know, it's still in the idea stage. I have to think, who are the local guys? I want Museum of Tarot to come and be a speaker and have a booth. Why not? You know? So that's what it's in the idea stage. And I'm thinking maybe September, maybe early September, maybe sometime in September, because that's far enough out to where I can get started on things. And I got a partner. Me and my sister are going to tackle this like Luke and frickin' Leia. Hell yeah. This might be because of mushroom coffee. Cheers. Okay. Now I need to bring up a few things. And I wanted to talk about 2027 some more. Okay. And what do you know? What do you know? There is a document by Lambros D. Kalimahos that has been released. Well, now I know something. It is entitled Communication with Extraterrestrial Intelligence. I'm going to have this link available after the show, but I will show you some. I just got to get it saved right now. By the way, this is Ufology 36. This is the Ufology 36 show. Okay. I've got to show you all this, right? Sorry. I know the suspense is killing you. Give me a moment. All right. Now, this is a document from National Security Archives. Well, let me read a little bit. From NSA.gov. Communication with Extraterrestrial Intelligence. I don't know when this was sent out, but it starts out, we are not alone in the universe. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I will need to review this. However, looking at the preview on the side, we got binary, and then we got dot matrix. What is this? And okay, here's something I'm going to read. If you can see, I'm highlighting part of the screen, right? If another civilization were trying to establish communication with us, it would first embark on attention-getting signals of such a nature that we could distinguish them from random cosmic noise. Once we receive a recognizable signal, we have a good chance of understanding the message. For example, they could start with trains of signals responding to the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, followed perhaps by prime numbers. They might continue with equally extended signals consisting of start and stop impulses or occasional pulses in between, and these signals are etc. Okay, crop circles, talking uh sending our signals back to us, which all of this has been done in the movies, right? Every bit of this has been done, and in real life. Crop circles, okay? I know a lot of people think crop circles are man-made. 100% they're not. There's no way they can be. I don't know how they would do it. I mean, the dude said he was pole vaulting into the field. Give me a break. No, he was not pole vaulting. But they used the enigma of the crop circles. I think it was Mockingbird or Mockingjay over there in England. It was a military project, military operation. Look over here, don't look over there, and a crop circle formed where they were not looking, of course. So I'm just looking at the stuff right now, and here is different. Drank too fast, too much mushrooms. Different ways of sending messages in some kind of understandable, distinguishable code. I have not read this yet, but it will be available. I will link it after the show. I did not know that existed. I'm going to look at it a little bit more and see when was this published. I don't see a date anywhere. Let me see. I don't know how to determine that. I'm not really sure how to determine this. Doc ID. I don't know if you could see this or not. I am on. Yeah, I think you can see it. So I'm going to look for a document. When was this put out? Well, it looks like Lambros D. Kalimahos has done a lot of stuff. Well, he passed away, or she passed away. I don't know who this person is. In 1977, U.S. Army cryptologist and flute player. Interesting to put that in there. So that's from Wikipedia. But I can't find a date. Okay. Anyway, I can't find a date. That is not important. Sorry about that. The page crashed. I need another sound check, please. The page literally crashed on me. I guess I'm not supposed to be looking at that thing. So let me have another sound check, please, because I was booted. It said page crashed. Love it. So, okay. Good. Okay, good deal. Thanks. All right. Everybody's giving me a good sound check. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that down. And that was one document. Now, that link will be in the show after the in the description after the show. You know, I take notes as I go. I hope I'm taking notes. Sorry for the dead air. I'm not a great talker. You know me. Or maybe I am, but did too many long pauses. So I'm still looking for 2027. And where are they? Well, that's from YouTube. I'm not gonna be playing any. Let me see here. Here's Yahoo news article. Oh my gosh. I've got to show you all this. They are just hype. The psy-op is strong with this one. What can I say? Resident alien. Aliens. I'm going to go ahead. This will be my article, right? Let's do this. Let me copy this. And I will note this again after the show. Link available after the show. Aliens will reveal themselves in 2027, claims former CIA agent. This is August 9th, 2023. So 2 years, almost two full years ago. In our stories, intelligent aliens typically interact with us in one of two ways. Either they show up and force to take whatever the resources they want from the seemingly defenseless ape people, or they trickle in under the radar to live secret spies among us. That's us. Okay. And it's just talking about the show. Are UFOs and alien sightings becoming more common? Can y'all see? Okay, I'm reading. For decades, we've been left to imagine what it might be like if and when intelligent aliens, there's a link there, finally do come around for a visit. Depending on who you ask, our days of waiting might be coming to a close. Over the last couple of years, a few things have happened to bolster interest in the UFO phenomenon and build the general sense that something might be going on. Oh, okay. And related was Las Vegas UFOs in the backyard, which I think was part of Blue Beam. I don't think it was real. I think they were being fooled. Something definitely happened, but it was humans messing with humans. I've never heard of an alien trying to steal a tractor, okay, or a skid steer or whatever. All right, and this will be okay. Former agent claims alien revelation in 2027. Who is this? Ramirez? Oh, is this John Ramirez? Yeah. Okay. Right. According to Ramirez, the recent disclosures, whistleblowers, and underwater discoveries are all part of an intentional narrative. There's that word. At least why does sci-fi on Yahoo have better mainstream ufology than mainstream ufology? Right. Are all part of an intentional narrative and international narrative to prepare the population for the day the aliens show up. A day, he says, is only a few years away. Here's what Ramirez, okay, he says that. We're kind of preparing the U.S. population, at least, and by extension, the world population, to that reality. That there's a presence here and that we need to explain the presence. How does the CIA agent sound? Let me see. McGee from NCIS. Because if they show up and we continue to do what we did before in previous decades, there will be mass panic. Ramirez said, no. Okay. Not if the prices are the same and the situation is the same. We're all being pushed into a corner. We feel like we're being herded. So anyway, welcome. I wasn't looking at the chat room because I need to focus on the topics of the show, but welcome back. We got Raven's Refuge, Kason Lee. Kason Lee, is that UK or LK? Hey, Kason Lee, welcome to the show. I haven't seen you here before. Aussie Tiger, welcome back. And yeah, everybody, thank you for coming. If you're here, you're Quantum. Like and subscribe. So, yeah, Ramirez sounds so psy-op. He does. All these official whistleblowers are so psy-op, so narrative. Okay, let's herd the people. And I will give it to them. The majority of people will freak out because, hey, Woo, what's up, Woo Rider? The majority of people will freak out. Can't help it. Go to Walmart sometime. Start talking about aliens, right? See what happens. See how many people throw cans of cat food at you or something, right? Because we're not ready as a society. We're just not. We still have a big chunk of people crying demons. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not demons. I checked. All you got to do is ask. And I will refer to, I heard it somewhere. I don't know who said it at first. Any technology sufficiently advanced enough is indistinguishable from magic. That sounds like fearful people saying it will be demons. Yeah, let's get an alien booth in front of Walmart. I'll do it. I'll just sit out there. They'll probably chase me off after they check my pockets, make sure I'm not stealing anything. But well, unless it's like 50% off the store, I don't think they're going to be doing anything because we're beat down people. Well, Walmart shoppers, right? They're unless something's free or cheap or stealable. Sorry, not sorry. Then I don't think there's going to be any problem with Walmart. But I will link this. Let's look at some of the screenshots they show and what's going on. That's an interesting screenshot. It looks like some kind of what they say is an alien with a robot on the wall. And they're looking at people in beds. Okay. So what else? What other screenshots? Oh, this is funny. A guy with an expensive Jeep, of course, is in Colorado. He's got a license plate in Colorado. I wonder if that's a real license plate. Because I don't think AI is good enough. This might be a real picture, but this is from Resident Alien Season 2, Episode 13. Okay. And I don't know. That's yeah. What else we got here? Okay, more TV stuff. Okay. Okay, that's from Resident Alien. I guess these shots are all from Resident Alien. Okay, well, at least they led with something fun. I do like the show. Resident Alien is a good show. But as far as 2027, no. And I'm going to go back over what could happen in 2027 based on my own observations of the way it's being done now. All right. For those of you who are not familiar with the show and some of the ideas I put out there, I believe we are in a kind of wildlife conservation, not exactly a zoo, not a prison, definitely not a prison. Okay. At least if it's a prison, it's not aliens holding the keys to the cells. Keep that in mind. So it seems like I've gone over this before, but it's worth going over again because of this 2027 thing. We don't need something like 2027. Are they okay? You've got different control type groups, right? You've got the ones that are breeders. Now you have subgroups, right? You have breeders where the breeders are being used for making hybrids. And we have had a lot of stories. I have a story of that. Chris O'Leary has a story of that. My ex has a story of that. Several people are out there and they are breeders. They're the ones either forced or consensual, right? They have been part of the hybrid program. I believe I was. Okay. And then you have the abductees where they're experimented on. Those are the ones who say they're going to kill us all because they had that experience. Now, I'm looking at all the reports that I see when I go out there and I go looking for people reporting what happened with them. And then you got the horrible abductions where they're doing all kinds of experiments on them. Communion. What I can't remember his name right now. The guy who wrote the book Communion. I just can't remember his name. Sorry. Need more mushroom coffee. Now I'm talking about the physical stuff that people say we're not going to the intra-dimensional stuff yet. Not the psychic stuff. We will get there. So you have the abduction. Who is that? Who wrote that? Hey, Amanda, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Thank you for coming by. You are here. You are quantum certified. Link in description. I can't remember that guy's name. He wrote the book Communion. So that guy, right? He was abducted, and I don't think there was any hybrid program happening there. And then you've got just the people who see the flyovers, which is UFOs. And then you've got the contactees, the people who talk to them. And there are several of them too. Nobody believes us. I'm one. I can call them, though they kind of put me on call park and leave me on red, whatever. They don't talk to me very often, but I haven't really been able to get my comms right again since then. But it's happened. And I can, okay. Also, you've got, now that's the groups of humans. The observed groups that I have seen, or the observed people that I have seen, they're living among the apes, seeing how we live. Why? I don't know. They don't need to, but I've seen them. They go to places where we gather, big events. They go to Target. They go to Walmart. I've seen them in Kroger. Kroger got aliens for sure. And I've seen at the conferences, at Comic-Cons, and somebody made the joke, oh, you go to Comic-Con and see an alien, huh? Where all the cosplay is. I'm like, yeah, well, this wasn't cosplay, what I saw. And it was very strange because the disguise was there, but I had to concentrate to be able to not see the disguise. It was like some kind of mental projection. It really was. So you got the people who work with the government, Valiant Thor. Okay, that's one example. I hate to go back so far because I wasn't there for Valiant Thor, but that's part of the lore, part of the story. But the ones I've seen are here, and they do their best to blend in. The Comic-Con one, I went to a conference or an actual Comic-Con type convention in Indianapolis a few years ago, and they were there. There were two different kinds that I saw. I saw a pair, and it was one kind. She was very skinny. Let me describe. Very thin, but built that way. Now, I had to concentrate and use like whatever hardware I got. No mushroom coffee, right? Just regular coffee. I went and I saw she was about my height. They weren't huge or anything. She was very thin. Her waist was very high, but not so much it would be, oh, wow, that person's got a birth defect. No, it's just waist is very high. Head was shaped like this, right? She was arms a little bit longer, hands, fingers a little bit longer, but not so much, right? And she was walking as if her ankles didn't work. Like, imagine someone walking with a club foot, right? But they have 2 club feet, and they had to walk like they were taught to do it, right? That's what this person was doing. That was one. There were 2 of them, but the other one was alone. They were both dressed not for the occasion, right? How was she dressed? She was dressed like I go to work. Polo shirt or button-up shirt, I couldn't really tell. Not a t-shirt with an alien on it, or a t-shirt with Transformer on it, or whatever. And she was wearing appeared to be Nike shoes, but again, her feet were like club feet, right? And that's her. And her face looked a little bit weird. I couldn't even really see these people's faces. The friend that she was with, now, she was not built like the other person. This person was built like a tank. Her head was like this. We have a general shape. Humans, we have this, we have cheekbones, and we have a chin that goes down. Most of us, right? But it's all that general, the cheeks and the chin and the shape, and everything is kind of in the same proportion. It's in the same place. We have the cheeks, either they're big, they're rounded, etc. Just think of people that you've seen, right? Her friend was not like that. Her friend was walking like that. Her neck was straight forward this way. Hey, Diane. Hey, Unknown. And her head was not shaped like ours. Her head was shaped very like a pill. Straight down on the sides. Her ears were small. That was noticeable to me. Her ears were small and very demure, right? And her chin was rounded like that. Her top of her head was rounded like this. And her face went down. No real protruding cheekbones. And she walked like that. Her waist was lower, but not so much that you would take notice. Her arms were shorter, but not so much that a person would take notice. So that's 2, right? And I have a feeling I know who these people are. Well, generally, like where me and Keith have talked about this. That was in Indianapolis. Here in town, there's this tall, she, don't know, can't tell. Looks like they have golden skin. Okay? Very tall. I want to say excess of 6.5 feet tall. Very tall. Looked like they had golden skin. Actually, this person wasn't really blending in very well. Super skinny. Very tall. Very long arms. Very long legs. And I had this thing pushed into my head. Don't stare. It's rude. Like one of our own the things we teach our kids, right? Own values. Our own, sorry. Some of our own values. Don't stare. It's rude. So I would notice and look away because it's different. And when you stare, it's rude. Like staring at somebody with a wheelchair or staring at somebody with one arm. It's rude. Don't stare, right? You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Well, that notion was really amplified in my head. Don't stare. Now my mom was with me, and everybody there except for Shingoji, who was working there at the time, everybody there said, well, that's a trans person. I didn't see any indication of this person even being human. Okay. I don't know. I didn't notice the hair. Real tall. I mean, this person looked like they walked out of what was it? Some movie where the tall, skinny, white gray aliens, except they got like gold paint on them. That's what this person looked like. Okay. And that was another. That's 3, right? And then speed ahead to when I went to Gatlinburg the second time. And there were the twins, me and Shingoji. I meet him there. I'm going this year again. In about a month. It's happening. Not this month. In July. It happens July 26th. I will be there. And these twins, now I call them twins. They're not really twins. They just looked exactly alike except for their height. Check it out. I'm going, your regulars here at the show, you all know this story, okay? I went to the Bigfoot conference, and I always have a great time there because I talk to the people. By the way, Bigfoot never shows up at them, but the aliens do. Go visit, see what I'm talking about. Any of these Bigfoot conferences, I think they love them. I do. I really think that the off-worlders, the aliens, even the ones stationed here or living here, they go to the conferences. We are the protected species. They're not allowed to interfere with us. But anyway, I digress, right? The twins, they show up. I am seeing these 2 girls. They appear to be 13, 14. One's about my height and one's a little bit shorter. They both are wearing track shorts, gray t-shirt, no logos, your basic running shoes. And they have tightly curled hair. I'll give you an example, or will I? I have long hair. I love being able to do examples like this, right? Okay, I don't have the right kind of pin, but take a little bit of hair, right? And wrap it up like that. Okay? And keep it tight like that. That's the way their curls were. It was poopy, but they had it tight. But no, it wasn't tight. It wasn't tight. Poopy blonde, like a perm, except tighter. Blonde. Like, in this case, like a darker blonde, but still blonde. And they were about my height. One was my height. That was a taller one. And one was a little bit shorter. Here's why I think there's something weird about them. I would see them in different places where they, I think back, and there's no way they could have gotten there before me, but they were, unless they were just sprinting through this place the size of a football field, right? Indoor place the size of a football field, literally. Okay, I went to Small Town Monsters was doing a presentation on the main stage. I had cheap tickets, so I was standing off to the side close to the stage. And I'm standing there, I'm listening. Shingoji's over here. Shingoji, shout out. He is a friend of mine. He lives in Gatlinburg area. And he was there with me. He's a friend of the show. I was standing there, I was watching, and the tall one gets right in front of me. I can't see the stage now. I'm like, I'm not thinking aliens at this point, right? I'm just thinking, school must have let out and let these 2 come. Their parents are around here somewhere. Wasn't the case. She stood right in front of me. I'm talking like right. Here I am. Here she is. And I'm like, what, rude little girl? I'm thinking that. I'm thinking, rude girl? And I turn around. There's the other one standing directly behind me. Now I'm looking her in the eye. The face appeared to be normal human. Okay. Except those tight curls. I didn't see any hair ties anywhere. And she gave me this very weird. It was like like one of them preteens or teenagers that say that okay, sorry, that's the other copy, not the mushroom copy. The pretentious look of a teenager, like, what are you going to do? And also the curiosity of somebody who is not used to being noticed. It was the weirdest look I've ever seen anybody give me. And now I'm feeling crowded. I don't appreciate that. So I step around her and walk to the other side of this pillar that was behind both of us. I step behind the pillar and I'm watching and I'm seeing them and I'm seeing them. And I look again the third time and they're gone. And I think, well, they just walk away. I'm like, I go over to the side, Shingoji. I'm like, hey, man, did you see those two girls? He wasn't really paying attention. He's seen the presentation of Small Town Monsters. I was there, like a cheerleader because I love those guys. Shout out Small Town Monsters. So, yeah, they were rude. And I was like, what is this? And I'm thinking rude. And then I get alarmed by the girl standing directly behind me. I turn around and she's right here. Now I'm facing her and she's looking at me like, how can you see me? How can you tell me? How do you notice me? And what are you going to do about it? And so that's that story. I don't know if Unknown, have you ever heard that story? Yeah, no, I was just going over there going, yeah, Small Town Monsters, you rule, and buying their movies and stuff. Okay, you have not heard this story. Well, I hope I'm wrapping it up kind of quick. Sorry. This was not with all the drama. There wasn't a whole lot of drama. But, storytelling. But, okay. I say, hey, Shingoji, did you see those two girls? And he wasn't paying attention. No, I didn't see them. I'm like, you know what? We need to go look for them because they touched a nerve. They did something. And it wasn't the rudeness thing. It was, they felt weird. I don't know how to say it, but they felt weird. I use empathy in a lot of things and they felt weird. So we went, now we're at just past, let's say the 50-yard line, right? Towards the front. This place is literally a football field in an auditorium, literally. I'm a little past the 50-yard line, going down to the end of it where the front doors are and the vendors and all that stuff, right? I'm watching. I don't see them. Shingoji does. He says he's walking straight up and the place is starting to empty out. It's getting to the end of the time. It's about 5 o'clock and the show is over at 6:30-ish, right? So people are already starting to go home and the place is getting empty. When I started, it was a NASCAR race. It was packed full, like almost like this in a football field. But he says he's walking, he sees them standing in one place, and then he keeps walking. He takes note that they're there. He keeps walking. Now, we're not approaching these people, right? That won't happen again. I'm going to be approaching people. I'm going to be like, hey, I want to talk to you. And call me a weirdo, but I want to talk to you. Can I buy you coffee or have a bottle of water or something? I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the worst reporter ever. But he went and he kept walking, and then he saw them probably 40 yards that he's now traveled. He's near the front, and they're there. But how could they have gotten there? They just popped right over there. And then that was the last we saw of them. Until Shingoji works over by that area. He works at a grocery store. He is in the parking lot and they are there. They're there. Both of them standing in the parking lot, not looking at him, but standing in the parking lot. Also, I don't know why. I'm not the focal point of this thing, right? Shingoji is. Because he saw them in the parking lot, and then again, another update comes through. He tells me that the tall gold person from Kroger is now in his area. I want him. He tried the twins. He had his phone. He tried to take pictures. His phone turned off each time he tried to take pictures. It was almost as if the time I went to take pictures of this door, and my phone turned off. I went from this hallway and I swung around. Phone turns off, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I have an issue. I have some stuff happening here too." I promise I'm not crazy. I've been checked. I've been cleared. So that has his phone turned off, right? He said he tried twice. His phone turned off. And let me tell you, when you're investigating something and you're already got that weird feeling is an incompatibility of energies. It's not. And we interpret things. Our monkey brains say, be scared of it. Anyway, when your phone turns off, nope, I'm done. That's enough. I don't need no more. I'm not going to attempt this anymore. Right? So he didn't get a picture, but not from lack of trying. Gold person showed up in his area too. That happened actually before the twins. And that person is very larger than life, I want to say. Pretty larger than life. Because, first of all, they're almost 7 feet tall. They're gold. And that's the way I perceived it, right? When I saw this person, everybody was noticing and looking away. Noticing, looking away. I believe there is some kind of either technological or mental aspect of do not disturb, right? And plus, it's shocking to see someone so different, yet so similar. 2 arms, 2 legs, head, face generally put together the same way. And yet they're 7 feet tall and gold. All right. So also, that person drives some sort of Cadillac or Oldsmobile car from the 60s. Big car. I want a picture. He keeps trying to get a picture. I need to talk to him again. I need to. Shingoji, shout out. Shingoji, try to get pictures. See if there's security cam footage. Just record the screen, dude. They're not going to give you the footage. Record the screen. If you see these people one day, do y'all have security cameras? Record the screen, bro. Ask. Please. That would be awesome. Anyway. So those have been the ones that I have seen. All right. And they weren't invading. They weren't attacking. They were hiding. They were in their own little duck blind. They were pretending to live with us. And in 2027, I think we're going to have the government say, we've got a brand new kind of missile, of jet, of this or that, right? And that brings me to modern technology. Wow, I'm 10 minutes away. Anyway, modern technology that has been held from us. Hey, did y'all see the hologram show last week at the theater? No, me neither. But they can do that in Korea any given Thursday, Tuesday, anytime. Book a ticket and you go see whales flying through the sky. That, you know what? Let me show you. Because it's like, why can't we do this? And I don't mean that crap that you go to a bar and see it, right? Now, this is video, and I can show without sound, right? There, let me get there. It's an ad, and here we go. It's only 52 seconds, right? They're talking about virtual reality and this magic, whatever, whale, this. Hopefully you can see it. Augmented reality. Let's talk about augmented reality. Where are the goggles on all these people? That right there, I'm not sure this is augmented reality. I believe this is total hologram because augmented reality is like the replica app where on the phone you see the digital person standing in your room and they're not interacting with the environment, they're interacting with you, but they're standing there. That's all they do. But you have a device. I don't see any devices in this. Let's see. Magic Leap's brilliant new technology that overlays reality. How? Okay, okay, come on now. It's 52 seconds. Do you see that? The whale jumping up. Look at the people, right? All that hype for let's watch it again. Cool, right? Why don't we have that? Why don't we have that everywhere? Why can't we go, "Hey, how about, the next Star Wars movie be like that? Why not have it like that?" If they can do that with a humpback whale, they're very detailed pictures, by the way. And augmented reality, where is everyone's goggles? There are no goggles. Okay, let me, get out of here. So I call shenanigans. Did y'all see this? Naked Eye 3D? I need to check that out. Hey, Samo, welcome back. And Blue Chicken, welcome back. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. Let me stop sharing that. Okay, that's one, right? Let me find another one because there are plenty of them, right? What I was thinking of was Kid Rock and has a cafe downtown Nashville, but they have one of the it looks like a doorway with a hologram in it, but it's not that. It's not the whales. Okay. Hologram Animal Park. Okay, that's now this also not in the United States that I'm aware of. Where is this stuff? I saw one whale video where whales were flying through the sky around a bunch of buildings. That might have been the Korea show. That was not a Korea show. Okay. Let me go back to the top. I'm looking. I'm looking. Drone controlled dolphins. Okay, not that. Now, y'all did see what is this? Okay, that's the drone. That's not what I'm looking at. They're balloons. Go figure. All right, here's one. Why don't we have this? Let me start to share the screen, and I will go over back to it. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, these are more, they had this when I was in the fourth grade and the sixth. When they had this when I was in grade school, we went to the auditorium. See on the screen, there are divers. This is old. This is what there it is. They had this when I was a kid. This is, now this looks like a hologram from Star Wars. I'm expecting it to flicker. It flicker. It's made from lasers rapidly moving and spreading light interference against other beams to make this look like that, right? It's complicated. If I could explain it easier, I would, but it's not magic, right? It is visual science. They had this when I was a kid. Not quite this advanced, but even this is old because, well, you saw the whales in the gymnasium. This is so 1999, right? I wanna say, "This is cool," but it ain't the whales in the auditorium, in the gymnasium. Now, this while this is cool, it is not the other thing, okay? Now oh, sorry about that, and sorry, I get wound up. So, that's that. I didn't even get now that's just the stuff that is the consumer product stuff. I'm not talking about the medical technology, and now I'm already at an hour. It's too much for an hour. We're at 57 minutes, and I started late. So, you saw the whales, you saw the whales in the auditorium, you saw the divers in laser beams, and then you saw the whale in light flying through, and it was blue, like monochrome, okay? I'm gonna say monochrome. We can't go do that. That needs to be some kind of special setup, contract signed, material rented, hardware brought in from somewhere. Why don't they just set it up at AMC and make it in the movie theater, you know? Why not? They can have a whale in an auditorium, in a gymnasium. Why not do that all the time? Run it all the time. And, does it cost a lot? How much would you pay to go see Star Wars like that? How much would you go pay to see, I don't know, westerns done like that? Where you see old blue eyes coming out of the screen and just say, Blondie, like that. That would be, I would do that. I would pay $50 for a show like that if I had a buddy to go with. I would easily pay $50, right? And then I have paid $50 to go to a show before, but there were people there performing. That's a high bar. Now we've got no people performing, and I'm still willing to go do that. That would be cool. Why can't we do that? I didn't even get to talk about. Hey Ben, welcome back. Thanks for coming in. I'm wrapping it up. I'm going over what we talked about. And by the way, 2027 not going to happen. I will pay for my buddy. Yes. Unknown. If you can find a hologram show like that, like I don't know, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the holographic. The good, the bad, the holographic. I'll take you, bro. Oh my God. Here we go. That's one. The good, the bad, the holographic. I love it. You heard it here on the Quantum Show. The good, the bad, the holographic. There's one for a t-shirt right there. And yeah, let me look. Now, I am not covering travel fees. I'm covering ticket price, but I will buy the popcorn. Too easy. Oh, whoops. No, I'm not on about AI. I'm on about technology being withheld from us in the United States. They got it in so many other places, right? We can do a blog about it though, man. But no, I'm not talking about AI. I'm talking about withheld technology. And I was just going over holography. We have some. They had it when I was a kid using lasers, a laser light show. but they were forming shapes. And in this case, I showed the whale video. When was that even from? Okay. This pisses me off. Has anyone ever seen that whale? This one right here. Let me bring it back up here. How short? How shorted are we? Notice the date. 2 years ago. I didn't see this. 2 years ago? No description. It says hashtag Tomorrowland. Okay. This is from 2 years ago. Now let me look at what I just looked at. And let's find that other video with the whales. I'm looking at the date. 9 years ago. What? If this is from 9 years ago, okay, you saw that, right? Can you see where it says 9 years ago? Where's it at now? Why can't we go 9 years? That sucks. 9 years ago. Whitley Strieber. From the beginning of the show, yeah, that yeah, I heard it was fake too, right? Yeah, I don't know if that was that a billboard? I don't know. Right. I said that a long time ago, Raven. Community. Yeah, I thank you. Thank you. I've forgotten the guy's name. The book's over here, but I just forgot. Um, so that's what I'm talking about. I didn't even get to the medical. I didn't get to the energy because I got wrapped up in alien stories, which is cool. That's cool. And things that I'm doing. So that is the Quantum Show. First hour solo. Like, subscribe. If you're here, you're Quantum. I am. Wait a minute. What's this? Pushing buttons. I gotta go. I'm out of coffee. And we will continue this in the panel in 20, 30 minutes. You know the deal, right? Come back. I will look at the chat room and I will update the description for the panel based on the things we talked about here, right? So we've got holography from 9 years ago that may have been faked because it said augmented reality, but you had to think of it 9 years ago. Time for me and Amy to get more coffee. Shout out, Good Morning UFO. She is on vacation right now. She's posting from Disneyland. I'm like, oh my God, get a droid. Please get a droid. That's been the Quantum Show. This time, I'll say it one more time. Last time, I got there it is, pushing buttons. I am being red lighted out of here by Aussie Boss. Thanks, everybody. Check the panel. Thanks for coming by. I'm pushing buttons. Pushing buttons.